Hey guys, this is Soundcraft Studios here, making another predicting video. So today we're going to be talking about a possible sequel to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, the actual chance of this ever happening is either slim or none. But I thought it would be fun to imagine what a Doki Doki sequel could look like. But before we get to that, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you guys want to see more. And yeah, I know everybody does that, but please, it does help. And yeah, I'm not doing a DDLC mod this week. Next week, unfortunately. Sorry. So anyways, let's get straight to this. So, a Doki Doki sequel. Now, the first thing I'm going to be predicting is what could the girls be. Now, I think it should be girls again, no guys. But I feel like this time around, they should have different girls. Now, they should still have like some sort of, like the girls from the literature club, they should still have at least some sort of presence in the game. But I feel like the game should focus around like 4 new girls and maybe in a completely different club. I don't necessarily know exactly what, but I guess you could come up with another crazy club idea, because I mean, a literature club is already a crazy idea. So they could do another club that's kind of crazy, and they could have 4 more girls. Now, I'm not going to be going completely, I'm not going to actually go through every single girl and what I would want to see from them, but I kind of want them to be a bit like I want them to have, some personality traits similar to that of the characters from the first DDLC game, but to have their own kind of feel, to have their own personality. Like, they'll still have parts of them. Like, one of the girls could have like a trait of Natsuki to be a little bit of a tsundere, but could be a little bit different but can be different on as well. Something like that. Like, kind of keep it a little similar to the girls from the first game, but make sure they're different enough for people to like them. That's the first thing. Next thing is, what could the story be? Now, unfortunately, this is not easy to come up with, as the first game already nailed the story, so a sequel would kind of have to go along the same path. I think there are definitely some ways they could potentially change it. It definitely depends on the club, but they could potentially eventually throw another curveball, kind of like how Sayori gets you-know-what at the end of X1. They could do something like that, maybe, I don't know. Maybe the game could even have like more creepy plot factors to it, as if DDLC didn't already have enough creepy factors to it. But I think a story wouldn't necessarily, it doesn't have to be super different, but it needs to be something that would still work to get the player scared, because that's kind of the whole point of the game, to scare the player. Next thing is what scares should be in the game. Essentially, what glitches it should happen. You know what I mean. Now, this is a little bit hard to talk about as well, because they've already went pretty far. However, there are a few concepts I do have in mind that they could potentially do. I think one of them could be a possibility of changing the volume control on your PC. What if the game was actually able to tap into your volume and actually start increasing or decreasing the volume, on its own? That would be really creepy. Maybe the game could even act a little bit more differently. Maybe the game could have more dialogue that just makes no sense, and maybe even allude to a bigger story. Maybe there could be a bigger story besides just this new club. There could be a story that really links all the girls together. And then this could kind of be where all the characters from the girls from the first game could come back in and possibly do some spooks and scares. Now, I think the volume control concept is something they definitely need to do in the next game. I think another thing they could potentially do is potentially black out your monitor screen momentarily. Yeah, I know it can do that in game, but it's what if it could black out your monitor, and stuff like that. And here's another concept. What if the game froze a few? What if there's a potential chance, a very low chance, that your game could very well freeze? Once, your game could actually, glitch out and then freeze, making you have to quit out of the game and go back. I think that would be a great concept because it would really give the feel of the game actually being haunted. I think they definitely should keep like rare screens and stuff like that in the game and like glitch and stuff like that, along with definitely having to tap into like the game's files, especially that. I think they should do something very similar, but that's kind of left up to Team Salvato to figure that one out. So that's pretty much that. And honestly speaking, that's really all there needs to be. Honestly, there's really not a lot less else to predict on. Aside from when I think that a Doki Doki sequel would come out. Now, this is not if this happens, but if a Doki Doki sequel wants to come out, when do I think it would come out? Personally, I don't think it would be coming out anywhere near now. Honestly, I don't think this is ever going to happen. This is a lot less likely than a Mother 4 ever happening. But I feel like there's definitely a possibility of the game happening like maybe a year from now, maybe 2 years. Definitely not this year. It's definitely going to be like maybe a year or 2 years until we get a sequel. So there's my guess. But yeah, what do you guys think of this video? Do you guys agree with some of the points? And what are some things you would want to see in a Doki Doki Literature Club sequel? Thank you guys for watching this video, and make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more of these predicting videos, and let me know if you guys agree with this review and whatnot. And anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care.
It's showtime! Did you enjoy the show? Well, time for the highlight.